gotta do something.
Listen, I know I complained about him not being big. There's something funny as hell about a little deformed turtle-looking motherfucker running towards you and ripping your arm off. Double Toast is going to be doing a little tour. It's going to be hitting 3 cities very soon. Atlanta, Georgia, that's October 11th. Going to be in Santa Monica, California, November 14th. And going to be in Seattle, Washington, December 12th. And you can get your tickets for those by going to x1entertainment.com/double toasted. There's a really nice place called Tromaville. It used to be a very popular place back in the 80s, man. In fact, if you go to Tromaville, you might just see one of the biggest celebrities running around the town, old Toxic.
Oh yeah,
the Toxic Avenger, my buddy boy.
Yeah, well, he was the mascot of Troma Films.
He's the face. That beautiful puss right there is the face of Troma Films in Tromaville, boy. And if you look at that face, you know what you're getting into. It ain't gonna be good. But yeah, man. I used to grow up on Troma movies, man, you know, because back in 1984 is when this came out. Mm-hmm. So this is one of the things that you go to the video store and get. And so that's why I said, listen, you know, that's a classic right there. As far as I'm concerned, the Toxic Avenger, at least part 1, that's a masterpiece. You can't mess with that. Don't even try. So when I heard that they were going to do this again, and y'all seen Toxic Avenger, right? If you have, you know, this, like this, he's like he's like a melted rock, a Dwayne Johnson. If Dwayne Johnson was it's like they took Dwayne Johnson's wax figure and melted it a little bit, put a damn hair dryer on it.
Yeah, put him in a tutu.
And put him in a tutu and then melted his ass. You know, so they talked about, but now we got. I was like, oh shit, John Cena, you know, maybe Dave Bautista, Jason Momoa, even better. Peter Dinklage, you out your goddamn what? It's a joke. The new Toxic Avenger is going to be, and I don't mean no offense, but little old Peter Dinklage over there.
Hey man, look, with the technology they have these days, nobody has to really have muscles. It's all in a suit.
They ain't got no money for that. I'll tell you right now, somebody doing a remake of the Toxic Avenger, I don't care how much of a reboot, reimagine, a remake you doing, they ain't got no money behind that to do that. Ain't nobody putting $100 million behind the new Toxic Avenger, all right?
No, you shouldn't. You would ruin it if you did that.
Exactly.
That wouldn't be in the spirit of the Toxic Avenger.
Exactly. But, hey, listen, nobody listens to me. Y'all gonna do what you want to do anyway. You're hard-headed. So what am I supposed to do? Nothing, just sit up here and just tell you about the movie when it comes out, which is what we're going to do today. So as we said, we got Peter Dinklage in this movie. And I'm not a hater of Peter Dinklage, by the way. I love Peter Dinklage.
I hope not.
He's an amazing thespian.
He's a national treasure.
Oh, yeah, no, he's a treasure. I just don't think he should be playing the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah. That's because I don't know what ism it is.
Close-minded.
I'll take it all. Ism, isist, all that.
Isist, something.
Dwarfist. No, I'm all that.
Littlest.
I'm all that. Littlest, I'm all that. Nostalgist. Yes, I'm all that. But hey, you know what? Story's kind of sticking the same. Winston Goose, who's played by Peter Dinklage right here, he's a janitor for this pharmaceutical company, and I mean, this poor man, he works his ass off. He's one of the hardest working janitors out there, especially with his little ass. You know, he's not big, so that's more ground to cover.
You got to work twice as hard.
You got to work twice as hard. So, and he does, man. Not to mention, he's a single dad. His wife, a single stepdad. He's a single stepdad. So it's, you know, I mean, listen, you know, it's hard to be a real dad and get respect from a teenager these days. Mm-hmm. A stepdad ain't getting shit. So when his stepson looks at him, refuses to call him dad, barely wants to say his real name. And especially when his dad comes across as a little bitch because, Dad, you didn't do anything. Well, nobody else did anything either.
Right. And son, that's a gangster.
Yeah. Because Tromaville is riddled with crime and gangsters. But he's just a disappointment to his son. But to top it all off, man, one day he gets sick. And he has an incurable, and I guess what's going to soon be fatal
It's a brain tumor,
Brain
but
tumor.
they're not very specific at all.
No, not at all.
I love they go out of their way to not tell
And they don't want to tell you at all.
It's like somebody with a naked gun.
Yeah, the movie don't even know what he got. So he ain't even bother to tell you. He got and you have 6 months to a year. But yeah, he's got something going on that we never find out. We just know that he does not have long to live. And that even gets shorter when he starts messing with some of the gangsters and they put his little ass in some ooze. Yeah. And you're like, look, you don't have to put nothing in some ooze.
And walk away.
I mean, hell, if you ever want to be a superhero, just jump in some ooze.
Work for Turtles. Why not for him?
It worked for the Turtles and it worked for the Toxic Avenger over here. So when he gets put into some ooze, he comes out as the disfigured and just ugly looking Toxic Avenger. But turns out that he's the hero that, not Tromaville here, but what is it? Saint Troma?
Saint Romaville?
Saint Romaville.
Huh.
He's
Saint Roma.
He's the hero that Saint Romaville needs. But can he still get the respect of his son? Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for The Toxic Avenger.
Now give him back.
I don't want to hurt him.
Why didn't you do anything?
Sometimes it's better to do nothing.
You mean like all these other people didn't do shit? But they ain't my daddy. I'm not your daddy. He made me mad in that scene.
I can see that made you mad.
It pissed me off. You didn't do anything. You see all these damn 6 foot people out here, you asking me? Why didn't you do something? You taller than me.
Hey, he's a kid. He don't know. Plus, he's a kid suffering from some kind of anxiety or something.
Oh, hell, man. How come your big ass didn't do something? Fuck you.
Although I was thinking that too. Like, why don't you do something? You so bad, big and bad.
Hey, you damn near 6 foot yourself. You do something, bitch ass.
Sometimes it's better to do nothing.
Gotta do something.
Listen, I know I complained about him not being big. There's something funny as hell about a little deformed turtle-looking motherfucker running towards you and ripping your arm off.
Just some dude with a mouth.
People are talking about this movie and saying, "Oh my God, it is so violent. It's so gory. It's so offensive." And they were saying that people, just like Terrifier and Terrifier 2 and 3, people couldn't take it. They had to get up and walk out. Oh my heart can't take this. Oh, I'm about to throw up. Let me get out of here. So let me just tell you, first of all, let's get this straight. Is it bloody? Is it gory? Is it offensive? Yes, it's all of that. Is it so offensive and shocking that you'll want to walk out in disgust and nausea? No, because if you're offended by this, then you're not gonna be in there anyway.
Yeah,
Make no sense. Anyone who's sensitive to gore and violence is not gonna go see The Toxic Avenger,
right. or nudity or something.
Anything. Yeah, if you.
Well, it said Avenger. I thought I could take my kids to it.
It's unrated.
I'm sorry, if you didn't read the rest of the poster or look at this trailer or read some stuff ahead of this, I'm sorry, that's on you. So even if you did go somehow and decide to get up and walk out, somebody need to be there to sit your ass back down and make you watch the whole thing, because you shouldn't have been there in the first goddamn place. Coming here talking, they just hyping this up.
I know.
People walking, ain't nobody walking out of this because ain't nobody in there watching this if they offended by it.
I know.
Shut up.
Can't have people walking out if they're not walking in. No offense.
Yeah, you walked out when the movie was over. Ain't nobody walking out going, I can't take this.
I got up and walked out of there as soon as the credits started to roll. I had enough.
It ended and then I left.
Because it even takes a while to get to any of the crazy shit that's in here, man. If you walk out of this, you're just a bitch, all right? I mean, this is stupid. Don't believe the hype, as they say. Ain't nobody walking out of this if you paid for it. Ain't nobody going into this if you didn't want to see it in the first place.
It goes some places, but compared to Terrifier 3, this is tame.
Yeah, people, and let me tell you something. Another reason you're not walking out of this, because if you do, you're gonna look stupid. Because this is a cartoon. Say this all the time, but this really is a cartoon. This is itchy and scratchy live action right here, man. It's such a cartoon that in one part of the movie, there's a deformed bird who's been poisoned by the pollution factory that is sitting in front of. And it looks like an animatronic from Chuck E. Cheese.
It is so obviously a puppet. And this show is early in the movie. So it tells you, like, this is what you're watching right now.
Yeah. And they don't care.
Yeah.
They want it to look cheap. That bird barely moves. It's like it's on a stick or something.
Yeah, crackhead chicken.
That's why I say it looked like something from Chuck E. Cheese, because when it tries to move, it looks mechanical.
Yeah. It's obvious they know that.
Yeah.
They're playing into it.
And it's funny. It really is. I was laughing my ass off when I saw that. In St. Romaville, the city here that's the replacement for Tromaville, man, it's such a comic book city. I mean, it's a character in itself, like Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
Like they created their own little world for this, man. You know, it's a cartoon comic book world they've created. It goes by cartoon rules.
Yeah, and the way that the characters look, the colors, and they're very populated, which is a big thing in trauma movies. Like, when you get to, like, these sequels of the Toxic Avengers, they fall apart because there's, like, 200 people in stupid costumes yelling over each other. They're known for tons of people on screen.
Yeah, before they did the Marvel universe, you had the trauma universe.
Mm-hmm.
That's how James Gunn got his start.
Yeah, he sure did. Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's funny, because with the villain being Kevin Bacon here, I kept thinking how he's like Kevin Bacon in the movie Super, which was directed by James Gunn.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, he has the pharmaceutical company that got this fool sick in the first place. This poor man, what was his name? Winston Goose. He was working at this factory, and everybody who works at that factory is sick. Mm-hmm. Everybody dies soon. Everybody gets tumors and cancer, and he could give a shit less. That's how this got started, because he went and asked him. He said, "Man, listen, your insurance policy for your employees suck. So could you just personally help me out?" And he's like, "Yeah, fuck off." Pretty much. He said, "Yeah, I'll help you out." They led his ass to the exit of the back of the building.
They helped him out, all right.
They led him to an alley.
Right out of the building.
They put him in an alley. And the moment he was out, they talked about little ass. Hey, can you believe that little yeah, you know what? Let's fire him, hire him back, and fire him again. Stupid ass. And so, of course, he's pissed. He tries to go blow up he tries to steal money. Yeah. To so he could help himself and keep himself alive for his kid. And then that's how he gets mixed up and dropped in some ooze and everything. But yeah, man, with this, listen, I'm talking about how cheap this looks sometimes, but they do have more money than the original.
Definitely.
Yeah.
There are moments where it could have just been like one shot in the original where they actually built something and they made something interesting, like a whole set piece out of it.
Yeah, there's it has more money than the original, so it looks like a real comic book brought to life. Throughout the movie, there's a lot of comic book lighting, a lot of greens, ominous greens and reds and oranges, as you can see right here. Throughout the movie, they use besides the bright colors, they use bright comic book graphics you can see it's almost like Creepshow or something, where they try to make it look like a comic book panel where you have like the stress lines or action lines coming out from around a person. And that's the transformation scene. He gets dropped into the ooze. He actually, unlike the original, he gets where the bullies come in. Because the originals, even if you complain about this, the original is actually more brutal than this.
Is it?
Yeah, the original, he works at a pool, and the bullies just sort of like, oh, there's toxic waste. They just flip him into it.
Yeah, they put him in a tutu and make him dance around, and then they throw him in some toxic waste while he's alive. Oh, and that's how he gets transformed. Oh yeah, man, there's a scene where they run over the bullies here, the villains. They run over some dude on a bike and make sure to back up over his head. You see his head getting crushed. Yeah, and then they get out and take pictures of it. That original. This ain't got nothing on that.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I can see people complaining about. Like, if you're a fan of the original, like, this old bitch ass Toxic Avenger right there. It's they've actually gone and made this more of a cartoon than the original.
It's funny that the costuming and lighting in this are so very Schumacher-y.
Yeah,
But
they
it
are.
works.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm not saying it in a bad way. It's just especially downtown with all the neon and the gangs gangs dressed like Mad Max and all. I mean, the bad guys, the villains.
And the characters are just ridiculous here. You know, they're so silly that you can't take anything seriously here, man. No matter how bloody it is. You know, the lead character's name Winston Goose.
Right.
You know, it's
come from the ooze.
Yeah. Elijah Wood.
You mean the penguin?
Yeah, the penguin. He like Frodo finally became Gollum, man. That rain finally got his ass. But yeah, there's a moment he comes out, he's smoking a long cigarillo.
Yeah.
He got a penguin suit, like Tim Burton's penguin.
Yeah, Tim Burton's penguin. Like he just say like, hey, Tim, just saying, if you want to get it going again, I'm your guy.
Yeah, it's like Gollum is doing penguin cosplay in this.
Who is that? You said Luther's execution. Just, all right, fuck.
Elijah Wood plays Kevin Bacon's brother in the movie, the villain of the film. And he's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even, man, even with the Toxic Avenger, I would even say that if you look at the character, I would even say that they probably have gone in. Let's see if I can find a good shot of this character here. I would say that they probably have gone in and even made that character a little cuter than the Toxic Avenger from the original. You know, the Toxic Avenger here looks like one of the like if you were about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys when you were a kid, there was always some character that you didn't know who they were. Mm-hmm. They were in the cartoon, the toy. They just put the toy company just put it out.
Uh-huh.
He looks like something from a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toy line.
You're so right.
Instead of like something crazy looking like the Toxic Avenger, they actually cutified.
Uh-huh.
Added some good color to him. Like the fleshiness makes him look really nasty in the original.
Yeah. Here, like I said, man, it looks kind of cute. Hell, he could have been in that concert movie coming out their shells too. So it sounds like I was complaining about the movie. Now, at first, I'm a person who says I'll just wait and see. When they talked about Peter Dinklage being the Toxic Avenger, I said I will wait and see, and I meant that for not only him but for the whole movie. And I have to say, man, I was surprised at how clever this was for a lot of the film. I mean, there's a cleverness to a lot of the humor in this movie. You know, they got some well-timed jokes in here. They do some funny some funny satire. Like funny satire on movie cliches, politics, news, like some of the examples in here. Like when they first see the Toxic Avenger, the city just forms a mob. They just pull out torches out of nowhere, and the police is like, "Hey, we got a mob going on." They're like, "Yeah, we do." Like, all right. We got a mob! And they just chase his little ass down the street.
That was one of my favorite bits, because when the mob happens, you just hear that DJ air horn go off in the background. Yeah. That got me good.
Yeah, no, that was funny. They do some satire on the news, especially Fox News. They got a reporter who's always just complaining about pronouns, and he's always defending the bad guys in the city.
Yeah. It's got a little bit of a RoboCop vibe going on.
Yeah, they even make fun of something you love, like all those damn new metal bands and crazy monster metal and all.
There were some deep cuts with that. That is a combination of Slipknot, Limp Bizkit, Avenged Sevenfold, and the Radioactive Chicken Heads.
So all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were a band that's trying way too hard to be edgy. Like one always talks in fake wigger talk or hip hop talk. They got one dude who just does flips all the time.
Dressed like a ninja.
And every time he walks, like he never walks. He just does flips everywhere.
Uh-huh.
They got one dude dressed up like, "Oh, I'm crazy because I'm in a straitjacket."
Yeah, he's a Slipknot guy.
Yeah, they got a dude and they got a dude with a chicken on his head who every time he does something big, he actually goes, "Ah!" So it's ridiculous, man. But I thought, again, they know what they're doing. They're trying to be this ridiculous.
It's
funny.
True to Trauma. Like that is how they do it.
They are very true to Trauma. You're very right. And even the editing in the movie, I thought was done well, because they did it with the humor in mind. Because they keep doing these abrupt cuts, or they keep repeating some scenes over and over again for certain jokes. And I thought that was pretty funny, man. But I was really surprised by Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage is so much fun to watch in this. His reaction, and he works so well because he's such a great actor that his reactions to his misfortunes is is very funny, but it's still heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's like this poor guy can't catch a break.
and he has some really good scenes with Jacob Tremblay, who plays his son. There's a lot of heart in those scenes.
That's the
right
first time
there.
to see Jacob Tremblay kind of grown up as a teenager.
Yeah, that's true, man. No, that is very true. But I look at him, man, and his there's so many scenes in here where Peter Dinklage just is making the movie, really. And and he's surrounded by a great cast, like Kevin Bacon. You've seen this kind of villain before, but it's Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon always raises it up a notch.
Mm-hmm.
He's and what makes his role so funny is, first of all, they gave him this damn 16-year-old YouTuber hair.
Yeah, right.
Like Justin Bieber cut.
Yeah. Like even Justin Bieber, he stopped wearing that at 17. Like this is a 16-year-old YouTuber from 6 years ago with this hair. But with Peter Dinklage in here, man, I would say that he's so good that I think the movie is best when Peter Dinklage is not the Toxic Avenger, because he's so good that a lot of the early humor works because he's such a great comedic actor, and you can actually see why he took this project, because it's a really good role.
How long do I have?
Best case, 6 months, a year. There is a drug treatment available for this. It's very new and wildly expensive, but your insurance will probably cover it.
Oh, fuck me. Why didn't you tell me that first?
That doctor is really funny.
That dude is hilarious, man. Because he's just like a Simpsons doctor. He's inept.
He is.
Yeah, man. But once Peter Dinklage is gone, I think there's a dip in quality. I don't think it's terrible, but
he's just not the focus. I mean, Peter Dinklage is not the focus anymore.
no. I think what happens is, the movie just becomes, that's when it becomes more about the, having fun with the violence and the gore and everything. And, it's not so much on performances anymore, except for maybe something like Kevin Bacon. But, it's, and then when Peter Dinklage is gone, there's somebody who's in the costume, and you could even tell when he's being dubbed over, or the person in the costume being dubbed over. After a while, it doesn't bother me, but at first, you can obviously tell that he's being dubbed over.
Oh yeah,
yeah, because Peter Dinklage is like, shit, I'm Peter Dinklage. I ain't running around this goddamn costume right here, all this hot ass rubber all day. You better get somebody else to do that, and they did. They got this person, Luisa Gutero, who actually is very good, because her mannerisms, I mean, even though she's not talking, she's doing a great job acting, with her gestures and whatnot. So y'all don't know if you got to the part where he was actually the Toxic Avenger.
Oh yeah, no, I did.
Okay.
I did. Matter of fact, those scenes were cracking me up. Especially when he was out in the woods with that hobo.
That's funny. Yeah.
That hobo was awesome.
Yeah, he had a really good payoff later on too.
And then the scene in the was it a bank or the store with the shootout?
Oh, the McDonald's or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the fast food place,
or drugstore, whatever it was.
Miss Meat, which was Mr. Meat before.
Yeah. And the newscaster complaining about that. Well, it used to be Mr. Meat.
Yeah.
But that, and the trigger happy cop, man.
Yeah.
Like everything, all that. I was laughing so hard. Like normally with cartoon violence, I mean, I like it sometimes, and so many people are clumsy with it, but they were getting me with every single part of it. I was like, man, what was something I was told, like, it's all right. I was like, I'm having the best time watching this movie.
No, it's fun. The movie really is fun. Like I said, I'm saying I didn't like the second part as much as when Peter Dinklage was out of costume, but because Peter Dinklage is doing such a great acting job. And it does kind of feel like it's just kind of, running out of ideas in the second part.
And the style of these movies is it's this close to your face and it's in your face screaming the whole time. Everything it can think of, nonstop.
In your face like that?
Yeah.
I know I'm showing something gory, but that's ridiculous,
Yeah, that was the thing. It wasn't like being grossed out. It's like, that's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
They had a really good combination of practical and CGI effects that melded very well.
That is true. They had a lot of practical effects in here that were very good. Like they knew they used CG when they had to.
Yeah, my biggest complaint, I think, across the board is just like inconsistencies, with like some of the effects or just, storytelling stuff that they set up. Like sometimes, like, because the Toxic Avenger has like this big eye, and sometimes they would animate it and it would look cool. Other times it's like, all right, that light bulb is off and it's just like looking off into the distance. But every once in a while they would animate it. It would look really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, man, you know what? I enjoyed this. I'm glad I saw it. Like I said, I don't know how this is going to perform on YouTube, but sometimes you just want to. I'm a fan of the Toxic Avenger, so I was going to go see it anyway, and it didn't disappoint. I actually think, to your words over there, that they did a great respect to Trauma by keeping the tone, but also making it their own thing. Mm-hmm. They didn't try to top Trauma. They didn't try to copy Trauma, the original Toxic Avenger. They really did seem like they made this their own thing. And I think it was a good idea to make this more of a comic book movie than the original Toxic Avenger. It really has its own characteristics, its own personality. So, I would say this. Now, unless you really want to see this, it's been out for a while, so you can wait. I think. I mean, it opened up at number 11 at the box office. It's only in a handful of theaters right now. If in some places, only showing it one time a day on the weekends. So, I mean, if you really want to see it, you could probably wait on it. But if you decide one night to get a group of friends together and go to a theater where you can drink, you can go order some drinks and have a good time, I don't think you'd be disappointed. I think it's a great movie to see with some friends and get drunk with, and and have a good laugh, good loud laugh too. I was really surprised at how well this worked. I really was, man. I had a lot of fun with it. I went to I was kind of hesitant to go to the theater to see it, and so when I went today, I was like, God damn, I don't want to pay no $10 to go see this. Ended up paying $5 first of all, so that helped. Yeah. But then the theater was not full. It was me and some other dude. And
when I saw it, there weren't that many seats, but it was pretty packed in there. There was probably like out of the 25 seats, 20 people maybe.
Yeah, but when I was in there, it was 2 people, me and this other dude, and that was fine. I mean, we didn't look at each other or anything. We never. I was like, hey, that's crazy, right, Lovey?
They turn around. Like,
hey, man. But no, I had a good time watching it, man. I don't feel like I wasted my time going to the theater to see it. So it was, I would recommend it if you do know what you're getting into and you know what this is all about. And chances are, if you're keeping up with the Toxic Avenger, you do. They almost didn't release this at one point.
That's what I thought. Like I said, it was at least a year ago when it was at Fantastic Fest, and I only played once. And all the big movies played more than once. So I was like, dang, what's going on with this? It kind of like came and went, thief in the night. Yeah. But I just figured like, well, it'll probably be out soon. And then here we are a year later. I don't have that big history with the Toxic Avenger. Like by the time I saw it, which was written in the video, but everybody had talked about it so much. Yeah, and then when I saw it, it was like, okay. And it's so long ago, I have just no memory of it.
Oh, really?
Whatsoever. So it was kind of coming into this. But, what I saw of it, I was just loving the fact. I was just loving it. Just really enjoying it. I was like, man, it's so rare to see somebody do cartoon violence where they know what they're doing. They know how to time it. They know how to throw things that are unexpected and catch you off guard. So I don't know, man. I dig it a lot. I don't know if I saw enough to give it a rating, but big fan.
How far did you get?
About half. I get halfway.
Halfway. Okay.
Well, I enjoyed this a lot. I think that this movie is just the best way to put it. It's oddly charming. And if you like, practical effects and wacky looking stuff, this totally delivers. I think as far as storytelling goes, it's like, it's very start and stop. It's like something will happen. All right, here's a gag. And then characters are here now. Just go with it. I think the thing I appreciated the most about it was just the message that it had, like just against doing bad things to the environment. Don't eat shit. I mean, but at the end of the day,
don't eat shit.
Yeah. Well, like just don't eat badly.
Okay.
Okay.
I was like, I missed that part.
That's the weirdest PSA I've ever seen.
No. The reason I said that is because it's funny. I wore this shirt. My shirt pretty much sums up the depth. Defund McDonald's. That's it. That's pretty much like one of the messages in the movie. It's like, don't eat poorly. Don't, these corporations want to kill you. They're putting shit in your food, yada, yada, yada. But I think that for the practical effects, and that's about it. And some of the jokes, a lot of the jokes hit for me. Some of it missed, but they're doing a lot. And I'm not crazy about all the trauma editing, but I like this style. I'd give it a respectable matinee. It's a good time.
Yeah.
What did you give it? Did you give your
No, I
rating?
did not get my rating, but I liked it. Like I said, I don't think it's anything you need to rush out for. And because I did enjoy Peter Dinklage so much, and it made the movie not as fun to say. It's still fun. Don't get me wrong. It's still fun the second time around. It gets crazy. Like I said, I was not disappointed, but I'm going to give it a low matinee. But I did like it. Did like it a lot. I had a lot of fun with this. I wish I had seen this at night over the weekend when it came out with a big crowd, because that's the kind of movie it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun. Like I said, I do not think that you'll be wasting your time to go to the theater and catch it.
Yeah,
But-
Julian, where'd you see it? Where was it?
I saw it at the AMC, the one we see the screens at all the time.
Okay.
Well, would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon, where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.